Well, good morning from a very, very foggy Chateau de Colombe. We're continuing to work on the walls and to make sure that we don't have a building collapse, because we have now 5 buildings that need some TLC and intervention. So what I'm doing, though, is still the wall between the chateau and the farm. And in order to get just-ish a straight top when we get the roof tiles to put them, we need to build up like a triangle or like a pyramid-ish thing. I have no idea how that's called. But I will now put a string up so that I'm not going to go completely bonkers and it looks like a camel's back. So let's get going with that. Well, good afternoon from Colombe. The fog has lifted and I'm getting the tractor out of the barn. It's a huge barn. It doesn't look that big, kind of, but it is. Any case, I am taking out the old shattered upper. So when you look at this, I'm pretty tall. This is twice as tall as I am, so at least. So it's about, 4 meters tall. Anyway, so what we're using right now is roof shingles that we got from the roof collapse. So, I know it's a bit dark in here. There's no electricity, so this is what it is. But so I'm using these old shingles. When the roof over the vacherie collapsed, this is what came down. We kept it. Everything, almost everything, is recycled in these big old properties. So this is going to go on the rest of the wall, and then I'm going to work on the little wall, and hopefully Stuart will be able to put the shingles on top of it. It's really exciting because that will actually seal the wall up so the deterioration will stop. So let me get loading. I would just wanted to show you this. It looks really quite crappy, right? But it's also, one is to show you I'm 6'5", so this wall, when the roof tile comes on this is why I built this. This will be the support for the roof tiles. So they will then overlap here, and when it rains, the rain will run off and not be in the wall. So that's why we built this. But just look how tall this is. It's an amazingly tall wall, and it's on the inside it looks shorter, and it is because there's a lot of built-up of soil over the decades. But yeah, I think it's really fantastic. Very foreboding. Well, happy Sunday. It's Sunday, it's brocante day, and I think this is one of the last for this year outside.
It is, yes, yeah.
And we are in the town of Mâron. Mâron is the French word for chestnut. So roasted chestnut and an open fireplace. And here it's a festival, because, well, if you have the name, might as well have festival. And it's a huge brocante. We usually don't buy anything here. But chestnuts. But we're meeting up with Tony and Jane, and we're gonna enjoy this lightly overcast day because rain is coming. Let's go.
De Montmartre à Notre-Dame, un monde entier sommeille. Un premier rayon de soleil illumine les quais de Seine. Une pause, café crème, on se remet de la veille. Il n'y en a pas de pareil, le Paris village s'éveille. Dans les bistrots, les cafés, on n'en finit pas de flâner. C'est le Paris cinéma, celui qu'on aime, toi et moi. De l'île de la Cité à Saint-Germain-des-Prés, un monde entier sommeille. Mais au premier rayon de soleil, le Paris village s'éveille.
Hello there from Colombe. With a really good, lovely day working on a wall collapse. We have a space here where we dry all of our laundry. It's under the roof of the north wing. the not occupied wing. And going up there, I realized there's yet another wall that is slowly collapsing. So let's have a look that we can just, I don't know what to do yet, but we'll deal with it. So here we are upstairs, and everything looks kind of like normal until you see this. And what is happening here is that this was joined, the joint broke. So this all moved out, this entire part of the wall, where then, of course, the beams for the roof are resting on. So that is holding many, many tons, that beam there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clamp this together so this cannot move any further for the time being, because we need to do something. That's the only thing we can do at this moment. I might have to borrow Tony's clamps because they're much stronger. This is just for, you know, for our regular work in the workshop, not for...
Right.
Yeah, this is not funny. I mean, this side is completely stable. The entire wall is, well, it's not all stable, because up here it is cracking. So it was giving in because the weight is shifting. But so right now, this can't go anywhere. And this was always slanted, but this joint, it did break. Hold on. And so safety first, right? I'm going to put this on here. So it's clearly visible. Do not run into this. So this used to be here. And these help.
Yeah, of course they do.
And I only noticed that I'm carrying the big basket of, because it's where the laundry is, right? And I'm seeing this. This was clean. I was like, what is this? And then I looked. When we bought it, this was about here.
Yeah, that is there. Yeah.
So this, I mean, it used to be here, of course, but it broke, so it's moving out. So here's the thought. Take an acro, put it underneath this,
Yes.
and screw it in so that it can't move.
Yes.
The platform, or whatever that is,
Yeah, it's got holes in it. Yeah.
has holes in it, so
Yeah,
screw it in there.
Yes.
And then, we might have to have two though, it's a lot of weight.
Yes.
Or a beam. A beam with a V cut in.
Yes.
Like, because this ends right here. I know it's supported there and there.
Yes.
And then there's a second beam that starts here. It's a different one.
Yes, it is.
So if we take then, if it's supported, and that doesn't move. I mean, well, it does slowly, and this was already kind of off when we bought it.
Yes.
But this last move, it's new.
Yes.
So then we were thinking, taking some of this out, but once if this is stable, we
Yes.
can take out the stones,
Yes.
hammer this back in, secure it down, rebuild all of this, which is not that much.
I have an easier idea. Easier? Is that a word?
Just say better.
No, but it might not be better.
Oh,
I'm thinking,
this attacked me.
you don't have to drill a hole. Put a plate here and a plate here. There.
Oh, you mean just two?
There. I haven't got to drill a hole. I can put things right through there, through here, through there.
And just
Bolt
tie
up.
it?
Oh,
Bolt it up,
so
put it
just
in.
tying it.
Absolutely. And then if you want,
That is a bit easier.
and then if you want, just repoint.
Right.
But
I mean,
see,
when it
there he is,
ties
right
in,
there. I could have stepped back
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
I
stepping
know.
on him.
when it ties and it pulls in, it may crumble a bit more.
Sure.
You know, right? Yes, and then we can just fill back in.
Yeah.
And by the way, this.
Take a bit of wood, take a bit of weight up there, fill that hole in up there.
Yes.
That helped because this wall will. Yes.
Oh, that's just terracotta. That's,
yeah.
that
No,
doesn't-
but what I'm saying is, it would take some weight out of that bit up there.
Oh, yes, okay, yes.
And then pull this in for the sake of, and then we can go to the top of this here, put a thing through there at an angle,
Yes.
and it'll come out the middle of this one here,
Yes.
and then just bolt it up. That will pull that back in, and then that will be doing exactly the same thing as what that's doing, only
So
better.
I was right to begin with.
Yes.
That is better.
Yes. Well, easier, let's say.
No, that is better.
Yeah, let's do that, and then you can repoint at your leisure.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll put a substantial 6-inch by 6-inch plate that I
Yes.
know I've got in the workshop. We might as well bung two in, one here and one here.
Yeah.
The same the other side. Same the other side, yeah, and just
And then tie it up.
Tie it up.
and it stops it. And repoint at leisure.
So, quick follow-up on Tony's work. Tony was here yesterday. He put in these two ties. They are, and he pulled that in as far as was safe. But so there's now these two metal ties in here. This cannot go anywhere. Now, that wasn't good enough because that only holds the beams, and there are two different beams that are stacked on top of each other, and that is why they are actually moving upwards. Now, I give you that this stands here for more than 300 years. It held a long time, that's true, but we are the custodians of this property right now, and it apparently falls to us to repair all these walls, and I'm sick and tired of it. But what I have to do in here, if you would look up there, it's very dark, I apologize for that, but I have something to use as a visual aid. Up here, this beam is supported on this side, but not on this side. So in order to prevent this big beam to go south, southeast, southwest, east, southeast, I need to put stones underneath so that it is stabilized. And when you see Tony put that in as well, so that is a tie that holds this beam all the way to the opposite side. That means those two beams cannot move, their weight is now straight down because they cannot move outwards anymore. So thank you, Tony. That was a fantastic idea. We could have fixed it. It would have been much more complicated. So I'm really glad that Tony looked at this and said, this is how we can do this. It was fantastic. So I'm really glad. I'm going to put the stones now under those beams so that they can't move at all anymore. So let's see what we have. First, a smaller one. Let's see. Yeah, that works. And this. And then an even smaller one than that. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Nice and tight. Okay. Yeah, that can't go anywhere. This. Could I have the hammer, please? I'm so sorry. Thank you. It looked like it didn't do anything, right? But that's not moving anymore. That's great. So that is now safe. It can't go further this way, or let me put this way. And this is stabilized here. So the weight is now off of this beam. And I heard that yesterday. It was really interesting because it is attached to it, but it took all the weight because it was pushed. And now it has relaxed, so that's great. I would say we have another 200 years on this. Let's do this next time and check this in 200 years. How about it? Well, it's quite fantastic. Yet another problem we don't have to worry about anymore. However, having said that, that wall there, which is about, I don't know, 5-6 meters tall, that's like 15 to 18 feet. We just realized that the cornerstones on both sides are pushing outward as well. Hurrah. So that is the next big job that we need to tackle, because once you realize these problems, and to be quite blunt here, when we bought the chateau, we would never have, those were not things we thought about. It's not what's on top of your agenda. You buy a chateau, you do some gardening, you restore the interior. Collapsing walls was not on the list of things that we wanted to do, but we've learned that now, and thank goodness for Tony, and we're just going to continue. There's no stopping us. Okay, thanks for watching. Please see if you're still subscribed, because still YouTube loves to unsubscribe people from us. And thank you for watching. See you Friday.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.